You've seen me use and review a lot of CNC so far, and while most might seem a little scary at first, imposing in the shop, the Genmitsu Cubiko is here to solve this, as the perfect entry-level CNC, packing features and power that makes it awesome for real CNC work, as you'll see. Thanks to woodstarter.com for sending this over. I'm having a ton of fun. It might be my most fun CNC so far. The Cubiko is self-contained, dust and sound-wise, with a cover not only keeping all of that out but making it a lot safer. A great way to get into CNC work. It's also self-contained in the sense that it doesn't require a computer to use. The little controller here, called the offline controller, can and does everything this machine can do, from files uploaded to its SD card. That said, you can plug it on a computer and run it via USB like any other CNC tool. The controller is pretty simple. You go up and down the menus and there's not a lot of them. It really feels intuitive and simple, which is all you want out of that. The little controller can be pulled out a little too, which helps with your posture. Little things that make this machine just fun to use. It comes with two clamps that are pretty awesome for placing stuff, but as you'll see in a bit, I'm going to make a piece from this machine itself to make this even nicer, out of none other than aluminum, which this machine handles easily. The first project I did was a file of a crocodile that I engraved in 3D on hardwood. I wasn't sure how powerful it was and went conservative here, but it came out awesome. It could have done much faster, and we're going to put it to the test real soon. Next, I wanted to make something real, and something that I'll cut through, so I put an MDF protector on the spoil board. I got this cut on a laser engraver, but I'm sure you could make one on the CNC, but of course it would need to be bigger than the spoil board you want to protect. I got it installed and now I can cut through without risk of damaging my aluminum spoil board. I downloaded this cool model off Etsy that I scaled to fit onto the Cubiko. I made this on my Prover XL CNC and I've made smaller ones too, so this is perfect for the Cubiko. It's a drop-out tray which has a cool shape perfect for CNCs. From this piece of maple, which pretty much maxes both width, depth and height of the Cubiko, I'll get one done. It's a project that I do in two cuts, using two bits. I start with the flattened bit, which does the best to remove a lot of material fast. This makes the first part a lot faster than if I went directly with the round tip bit, which is what I use to finish it. It's easy to change bits between jobs on the Cubiko. It remembers its position and you just need to re-zero the Z or height. After sanding off the tabs, which are little bits left behind to keep it attached to stock to avoid flinging it away once done, it was done and ready for a coat of oil. A quick vacuuming and the Cubiko is back to clean and ready to go. Now I want to cut some metal on this. I've seen reviews of people doing it and I sure want to do it as well, but they've been doing it by removing the cover, taping it down the switch and blowing air on it manually. I want to do it a lot more naturally, and let's add air to it. The Cubiko has a hole in the back meant to pass an airline tube like this, as it can also work with a laser attachment. I'm going to use this and some metal wire, a 3D printed tip to concentrate the airflow, to make a tool that blows right at the bit tip, removing the chips of aluminum as I cut. This will also come useful for wood, as I didn't even see what I was cutting sometimes, the bit was deep in wood chips. The air pump was also sent to me by woodstarter.com. Thanks for sending it over so I can integrate it into this, and in the future on actual laser engravers too, its main use that was intended for it. I talked earlier how I'd make something to make clamping easier. Well, this is now. My first aluminum cut will be an actual project, no time for test cuts. With Millmage and app made by the makers of Lightburn for CNCs, I designed this L bracket to screw into the spoil board, holding my stock from both sides while the clamps clamp against it. This will make my clamping situation very nice. I started with a conservative 0.1mm per layer, but at a very nice speed which made this piece in no time. The Cubiko is a very firm machine, as it's super small so it can do that more easily, and that lets it cut aluminum where power is not the most important part, but rigidity. As you can see, you'd think it's super loud, but it's not. The cover really does a great job here. Now that we've upgraded the machine with the machine itself, which is pretty awesome, let's make some more things in aluminum before going back to hardwoods. I've been wanting to make some keychains for a while, after seeing the tiny tools Ryobi sells as keychains at Home Depot. I found silhouettes easily on Google, then transferred them into Milmage, scaled them to the size and added a hole for the keychain. And off I went to the Cubiko to cut them on 1/4 inch aluminum. As expected from the piece earlier, it went great. Here's the results for the first one. The second one I made, a hammer, went as great, and it let me complete this piece of aluminum without any waste. After giving those a quick polishing with Scotch Brite pads, they were nice and smooth, ready to be used as keychains. Next, I wanted to design something that I could make and possibly even sell, but something real. I wanted to make a ring box. I designed a simple snap-on ring box in, again, Milmage, and I got it sized to fit a scrap piece of okume, a piece of Central African hardwood that I used to make a cast iron bench last year. With this tiny offcut that fits the Cubiko in one batch, I can get this nice ring box done, and it turned out great. I know from the future. Cutting it out with many different steps or jobs in the G-code, but all with the same flat bits, so in one series of operation. All left to do was sanding again for the tabs and to get a nice snap fit on the lid without it being too tight. It took a bit of finesse, but I got it done. I'm happy with how it turned out. I think it looks fantastic. This is the kind of real project the Cubiko can do. I think this is the perfect CNC for the tinkerer to introduce kids or teenagers to this technology, or just to get your feet into CNC without getting a cheap 3018 machine that just makes a ton of noise and dust. This is, I'm sure, the cleanest and easiest way to get into CNC work, and I love how well packaged it is. They didn't just make it a toy, it's an actual tool, as you can see, that I proved by easily cutting aluminum parts. Check out my links in the description. You'll see this on my workbench at the edge of the G-code corner, where all my robots live. Check out my other channel, the G-code corner, if you're interested into this, as it's all I do there. It's new and I've got great plans for it. The Cubiko for sure will be part of them. Thanks for watching, thanks to woodstarter.com for sending this over, and see you next time.